Before we enter 2026, there is something you absolutely need to do. You need to pause, review, and reflect on how this year went. We have this habit of just going and going and going and just looking for the next thing and the next thing, that we don't take the time to stop and see what the last thing did, what we did with the last thing, what happened, what went right, what didn't. And not in a soft, vague, buttery way, in a very strategic and intentional way. If you are the CEO of your life, you need to run your life like it is an impactful organization, which it is. Truth is, if you are thinking of new year, new me in 2026, you cannot run a new identity on old habits. You cannot step into 2026 with the same mindsets that held you back in 2025. And you cannot know those mindsets if you don't intentionally take the time to check for them. Some of these mindsets, you've been fighting them all year, but if you don't specifically take out the time, you're going to brush them off as just random or regular when they can in fact stop your progress in 2026. And you absolutely cannot expect new results from a brand you haven't yet evaluated. You have been making moves all year round, but if you don't stop to evaluate them, to see what works and what doesn't, to see what you need to leave behind in 2025, you will get into 2026 with baggage, and we're not doing that around here. So today I'm going to walk you through my ultimate year-end audit. This is something I'm doing for myself, and I encourage my clients to do. I highly encourage everyone in our community to do the same. This is the way I review my brand, my work, and just my personal life every single year. So first of all, the mindset audit. Your brand cannot grow beyond your beliefs. There is nothing that you do that will go beyond your beliefs. There is no action you will take that will not be limited to your beliefs. So we're going to audit your beliefs. We're going to audit your mindset. We're going to audit what your subconscious believes about you and what you deserve, so that in 2026, when we're going after everything with our name on it, you're going to be doing that from an elevated mindset. So number one, ask yourself, what beliefs helped me this year? For example, did you come to the belief that I deserve to be seen, I deserve to be paid, my voice carries value, I'm allowed to grow publicly, I'm allowed to scale my business? What beliefs helped you this year? These are the ones we're going to keep. Number two, what beliefs slowed me down? On the whole, we have an idea of the things that we believe that are holding us back. Take the time to really check this. What stopped you from doing something you wanted to do? Did you think you were not ready yet? Did you think people will judge you? What will people say? Did you think you didn't have sufficient results to go after those kind of opportunities? All of those negative ones, list them out, because we're going to be releasing them. Number three, what fear showed up again and again and again? I'm not here to shame you. I'm not here to act like I don't have these blocks or I don't go through these things. Like I said, this is something I do for myself as well, that you can. I have fears too. As I'm building the podcast and I'm building Enterprise and Heals and I'm building my brand and my clients' brands, there are things that I'm ready to go after that ultimately I realized I really am not ready. But was I not ready, or was I just afraid? These things are things that I'm going to look at and come to terms with the fact that I did stop myself before, but in 2026, that is not going to be happening. So I need to understand the things that stopped me so that I can stop them from stopping me in 2026. So this is not for you to shame yourself or to feel less than. This is for you to understand the patterns that stop you so that you can do something about them. Next, we're going to do a brand audit. Your brand tells a story, whether you're intentional about it or not. You have a personal brand. Whether you're being intentional about it or not is on you, but that people have an opinion of you, that people think a certain way about you, that people think you're about something, that is very, very true. So now, to audit your brand, even if you have not started posting online yet, I want you to go through this and audit your brand. Your brand is either non-existent, or the story that is there is not what you really want for yourself, or you have started putting things out there but you haven't given it structure. There is some stage that your brand is on. Use this brand audit to understand where you are and where you want to start from next year. Ask yourself, number one, does my online presence reflect my vision? What do you want for your life? What do you want for yourself? When you imagine your best possible life, what do you imagine? Do you see yourself speaking on an international stage? Do you see yourself heading a company, CEO, CMO, CFO? Do you see yourself running a Pan-African company, what do you see for yourself in your wildest, biggest dreams? Now, search your name on Google. Look at your last 12 posts. Look at your YouTube. Look at your brand assets. Do you have any brand assets? Everything about you online, does it reflect the person that is becoming that wildest imagination of you? You're not answering to me, you're answering to yourself. This is just a guide. This thing that you say you want to become, have you gotten started on becoming it? Are you on the way? Are you working on your mindset, your beliefs? Does your online presence reflect that? Number two, is my message clear or confusing? If a stranger saw your content for the first time, would they immediately understand what you believe, who you help, what you stand for, and what you offer? Are all these things clear? If it's a no, I highly recommend the Big Yes course, because this course is going to allow you to put everything that you need in place so that your online presence matches your vision. The link is in the description. Number three, am I posting with purpose or pressure? Now, the thing about posting is that many of us put ourselves under pressure because we have not thought about it, we have not planned for it, we don't have the structure or the foundation for it. So it feels like I'm posting because I have to post and not because I understand that what I have to say is going to change lives, and therefore I'm putting it out in the most relaxed, most aligned way possible. Because your brand is supposed to feel aligned, it's not supposed to feel exhausting. You're not supposed to dread when it's time to put your message out there. It's supposed to flow out of you. If that is how you're feeling, we should probably have a conversation, and you can pick a strategic one-on-one with me. Link is also in the description. Number three, we're going to do a habits audit. You've heard this several times. I'm going to repeat it. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. So you're going to ask yourself this year, number one, what habits move me forward this year? Personally, the habits that moved me forward were being intentional about the type of books I was reading. I love to read, but I find myself gravitating towards fictional books because that is how I relax. I read somebody else's imagination and put myself in the story. But I realized that it was really pulling me back, because the more I read those fictional books, the less I read the self-development books and the industry books and the books that industry leaders had written, so that I was not pouring into myself what I needed to pour to be able to pour out into my audience. So the habit that helped me was that I switched from reading so many fiction books to reading development books, business development, professional development, personal development. Another habit that really helped me this year was praying. I upped my prayer game, and I'm so thankful for it. Prayer became easier. Sitting in the presence of God became easier, and that really propelled me because it allowed me to sit still and listen and be able to get guidance for what I needed to be doing in my life. So, what habits moved you this year? Reading, creating, writing, planning, praying, showing up consistently. What worked for you? Because you're going to take those into 2026. Number two, what habits drained me? Doom scrolling, spending hours consuming other people's content, especially when you're not creating. Overthinking, when you get an idea, do you sit on it and think of all the ways it can go wrong and end up not doing anything about the idea? Last minute content, you don't know it, but that is a habit. When you do last minute content, you're saying, let me just put anything out there, whether or not it ties to the brand, whether or not it ties to the situation, whether or not it's going to really help, whether I have analyzed that content. All I know is I must post, so I'm putting it out. That is a bad habit. That is a habit that is draining you, because you are not allowing yourself to show up in your best possible mode, and that is draining. So you're not proud of the content that you put out because you know deep in your heart that you did not put enough thought into it. Saying yes to everything. I found myself saying no to opportunities I used to pray for before. And while at first I was feeling worried that this was me becoming proud or pompous or becoming something, I realized that for me to be my best at the things I have chosen to do, I have to reduce the amount of commitments that I make, and that is very okay. Have you found yourself hiding when things felt hard? This is something that I also had to deal with this year, because when things got hard at some point, I just went off. I just stopped showing up, and I wasn't showing up for myself as much as I knew I could, instead of dealing with the problem so that I could get through it. So if that is you, we have the same problem, and you need to work through it. But you know your particular set of problems or the habits that held you back this year, and you need to admit them so that you know to work on them and leave them behind in 2025. So in 2026, we're not going there saying new year, new me, one sentence. We are going in with this breakdown so that you know exactly what it is that you need to be working on, what it is that you need to be showing up with. All of this is in a worksheet that you can get in the description as well. Number 3, what is one habit that will change 2026 for me? Pick one, just one. Pick one that is going to be your core habit that you're going to work on, and work on it. After we have taken a good look at what we did this year and how, after we have looked at our mindset and our habits and our brand, here's what you're going to do. First, you're going to make a make it happen list. These are the things that you want to achieve in 2026. These are the things that you want to build. These are the things that will make 2026 a success for you. Second, you're going to update your brand message or find it, whichever one it is. Make sure that you are absolutely clear on what you want to be known for as you enter 2026. Third, choose your next bold step. Out of all of that, make it happen. Look at it and think, what do I need to be doing from now to the end of the year to be in position to be able to work towards these make it happen things? What do I need to do? What do I need to let go of? Where do I need to address? If you're ready to walk into the new year with courage and clarity and confidence, then get the Big Yes course. I have taught everything that you need and shortened the time that you will take to research. Link is in the description. However, if you would like a one-on-one with me, strategic intensives are open for enrollment. Link is also in the description. All in all, make sure you do this audit so that you're not walking into 2026 blindly and wasting time. We're not doing that. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.